Have you ever had the feeling that there is more to life than what meets the eye? Most people are blind to what the universe is telling them. Emanuel Swedenborg, a Swedish scientist, philosopher and mystic, spent his life searching for answers to this very question. He firmly believed that there is a higher dimension that exists beyond our everyday perception. You feel this dimension every day. It has led you to me. It takes the form of a door. There are two spaces between you and the door. You are in the space in front of the door, your reality. As soon as you walk through the door, you will enter the other room, the higher dimension. Imagine a moment in which you are sitting in a quiet room. Your eyes are closed and you feel a deep calm within you. In such moments, according to Swedenborg, we are closest to this higher dimension. He claimed that when our spiritual eye is open, it gives us insights into a world that goes far beyond the physical. It is as if we are standing in front of this very invisible doorway just waiting for us to discover it. He said it's like a door that we have to pass through. For most people this door is firmly closed, but for some it stands invitingly open so that all you have to do is walk through it. You are one of these people. The door to the higher dimension lies before you. In the next few minutes you will find out how to cross it. Think about the moments in your life when you felt a deep connection to something intangible. Maybe it was the feeling of awe at the sight of a breathtaking sunset or the inexplicable feeling of connection with a stranger. These moments are clues that there is more than we can grasp with our five senses. Much more. Swedenborg's teachings speak of a world that exists parallel to ours, a world shaped by thoughts and feelings rather than material things. He recounted his own experiences of communicating with angels and spirits in this higher dimension. Although these statements may be hard for some to believe, they invite us to think beyond the limits of our own imagination. You are here because you know that the door to the higher dimension exists. But how can we open this invisible door? Swedenborg emphasized that the key lies within ourselves. It starts with self-knowledge and a willingness to open up to the deepest corners of our soul. It is about breaking through the noise and distractions of daily life and listening into the silence that surrounds us. Have you ever tried to sit in complete silence and just listen? In these moments, we can begin to hear the subtle whispers of our inner voice. This voice leads us to deeper truths about ourselves and the universe. For example, let's imagine a situation where you are faced with a difficult decision. There are many voices and opinions in the outer world, but deep inside you there is a quiet voice that shows you the way. This is the moment when you are on the threshold of the higher dimension. It is an invitation to look deeper into yourself and trust your inner wisdom. In these moments, you need to pause and realize that you are about to enter a higher reality. Perhaps this is even the case right now. Swedenborg's ideas are not only philosophical, but also practical. He teaches us that by exploring our inner world, we begin to see the outer world in a new light. It is as if we put on a pair of glasses that enable us to make the invisible visible. But what exactly does it feel like to enter this higher dimension? Imagine you are in a dense forest. The trees are so tall that they cover the sky. You can only see what is directly in front of you. But when you start to pay attention to the small details, the chirping of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, the play of light, you begin to feel a connection to something bigger. This is a tiny glimpse into the higher dimension that Swedenborg speaks of. Once you are in it, all things that were previously unclear to you become clear. You recognize the truth of the world. All the questions you had before are answered. Before that, however, you have to ask these questions. These questions may seem unfathomable, but Swedenborg encourages us not to shy away from them. He teaches us that the answers to these questions lie in silent communication with our soul. By learning to listen to and follow our inner voice, we begin to open the invisible gate and set foot into a world rich with insight and wonder. So now I invite you to experience a moment of silence. Close your eyes, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what does my soul want to tell me? In this silence, in this sacred space, you can begin to find the answers you are looking for. You are standing on the threshold of the higher dimension, ready to open the invisible gate and discover the infinite possibilities that lie beyond our perception. If you feel that this video had value for you, we would love for you to share that value with a donation through the Super Thanks button below the video, as much as feels right and fair to you. Every gesture of appreciation is a precious gift to me who records these videos. Since the beginning of time, people have pondered the question of whether there is more to life than what we can see and touch. From ancient philosophies to mystical traditions, all over the world there is evidence that our ancestors believed in higher dimensions of existence. These ancient wisdoms, as different as they may be, share a common belief that there is a deeper level of being that lies beyond the physical universe. Take, for example, the teachings of Plato, one of the most influential philosophers of antiquity. In his theory of ideas, he spoke of a world of forms, a higher level of reality that contains the perfect and unchanging essence of all things. These ideas cannot be perceived with the senses, but only through the mind. The concept of the inner door to higher dimensions is a living symbol of this journey. It suggests that access to these higher levels of reality is not somewhere far away, but within our own reach, within ourselves. This inner door is not physical, but metaphorical, and represents the transition from our everyday state of consciousness to an expanded consciousness. How do we open this inner door? The answer is found in the way we live our lives and look at ourselves. It starts with self-reflection and a desire to learn more about our own inner world. Through meditation, mindfulness, and contemplative practices, we can begin to penetrate the layers of our thoughts and emotions and connect with a deeper sense of self. The modern interpretation of this ancient wisdom emphasizes that the key to opening this inner door lies in self-acceptance and understanding that our inner world is just as important as the outer world. By understanding ourselves better and resolving our inner conflicts, we begin to reach a state of inner peace and enlightenment that allows us to access higher dimensions. The connection between ancient wisdom and modern interpretation shows that despite the enormous advances in science and technology, the most fundamental questions of human existence have remained the same. Our search for meaning and understanding is timeless, and the answers we seek may already be hidden in the teachings and beliefs of our ancestors. The journey to discover these higher dimensions is both personal and universal. Each of us carries the inner door within us, and yet the path we each take is unique and individual. In our modern world, so often characterized by superficiality and materialism, exploring these inner landscapes offers a way to return to our roots and discover the deep wisdom that resides within us all. Have you ever wondered why some people succeed time and time again despite adverse circumstances, while others fail despite seemingly ideal conditions? The answer may lie in the power of our intentions and beliefs. These invisible forces are like the conductor of an orchestra who determines which melody is played. They shape the reality we live in and influence every aspect of our existence. Think of our intentions and beliefs as the frequency to which we tune our lives. Just as we choose a certain frequency on a radio to listen to our favorite station, we consciously or unconsciously choose the reality we live in through our intentions and beliefs. When we tune into negative thoughts and beliefs, it's like tuning into a radio station that constantly broadcasts messages of failure and disappointment. Conversely, tuning into positive and constructive frequencies leads us to experience a channel full of hope, possibility, and success. This metaphor can be extended even further when considering the concept of television. Each channel represents a different reality, a different way of looking at the world. By changing our beliefs, we change the channel and therefore the reality we experience. If we believe that life is full of challenges and obstacles, our personal TV channel will show exactly these kinds of stories and experiences. However, if we change our beliefs so that we see life as a journey full of opportunities and miracles, we switch to a channel that tells stories of success, growth, and joy. The power of our intention and belief cannot be underestimated. They are the keys that can unlock the door to higher dimensions. When we change our beliefs, we not only change the way we see the world, but also the way the world responds to us. It's like opening a door that was previously closed and taking a step into a new, expanded reality. But how exactly do we change our beliefs? The first step is to become aware of our current beliefs. We are not aware of many of our deepest beliefs because they are so deeply rooted in our subconscious. Through self-reflection, meditation, and mindfulness exercises, we can begin to bring these hidden beliefs to light. Once we have identified them, we can begin to question and change them. The process of changing our beliefs is not always easy, but it is extremely powerful. By changing our beliefs, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and experiences. We begin to see the world not as a fixed place, but as a dynamic space full of potential. The power of intention and belief is an essential element on the path to discovering higher dimensions. By learning to consciously choose our beliefs instead of unconsciously letting them rule our lives, we gain control over our own reality. We become creators of our world rather than mere observers. Visualization is a powerful technique that can help us transcend the boundaries of the physical and access higher dimensions. It goes beyond simply imagining images. It is a process that engages our deepest beliefs, feelings, and consciousness. Through visualization, we can build a bridge between our present reality and the infinite possibilities that lie beyond our normal perception. Imagine for a moment that visualization is like creating a mental map. This map does not guide us through physical places, but through the landscapes of our imagination. It enables us to move into higher dimensions that lie beyond tangible space. These journeys in our imagination can have profound effects on our lives in the physical world. To visualize effectively, we begin by creating a calm and relaxed space. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let go of all tensions and worries. Now begin to imagine what it would feel like to exist in a higher dimension. What does this world look like? How does it feel? How do the beings there interact with each other? It is important to focus not only on the visual image, but also on the feeling that comes with the experience. Feel the freedom, the lightness, the vastness of this higher dimension. Many people have experienced profound changes in their lives through the practice of visualization. One striking example is that of a man who, after a long period of unemployment and personal struggle, used the technique of visualization. Every day he visualized himself in a job that fulfilled him and brought him joy. He not only visualized the work environment, but also the feeling of satisfaction and success. After a few weeks of consistent practice, he received a job offer that exactly matched the role he had visualized. Another example is that of a woman who suffered from severe anxiety. Through daily visualizations, she began to see herself in a state of peace and serenity. She visualized herself facing challenges with calm and clarity. Over time, she noticed a significant reduction in her anxiety symptoms and an improvement in her quality of life. These stories are testimonies to the power of visualization. They show how we can influence the outer world by consciously shaping our inner world. Visualization is more than just daydreaming, it is an active creation, a tool to shape and transform our reality. The journey to discover higher dimensions does not begin in the outer reaches of the universe, but in the unexplored depths of our own inner being. This inner journey of self-exploration and growth is the key to gaining access to levels of being far beyond our everyday reality. It is a path that requires courage, determination, and an unwavering willingness to self-reflect. The importance of this inner journey cannot be overemphasized. It is a process in which we not only learn more about ourselves, but also explore our deepest fears, hopes, and dreams. Through this self-exploration, we begin to penetrate the layers of beliefs and patterns that have unconsciously controlled our lives. This penetration and the overcoming of personal challenges are crucial to opening up access to higher levels of consciousness. Every challenge we overcome in our lives, every obstacle we overcome, brings us closer to our true self and therefore closer to the higher dimensions of being. Imagine that every experience, every trial you go through in your life is like removing a layer that separates you from your true self. With each layer that is removed, you become clearer, purer, and more in tune with the universe. It's important to look at our personal growth journey not as a burden, but as a path to self-liberation. By recognizing and acknowledging our own limitations, we open ourselves up to the possibility of going beyond them. Working on ourselves, whether through meditation, therapy, creative expression, or spiritual practices, is an investment that richly rewards us by granting us access to new spheres of awareness and experience. An example of this is the story of a young man who struggled for a long time with self-doubt and a lack of self-esteem. Through a dedicated practice of self-reflection, supported by meditation and talk therapy, he began to understand and resolve his inner blocks. This inner work enabled him to reach a deeper level of self-confidence and inner clarity, which had a positive impact not only in his personal life, but also in his professional life. This kind of personal growth and transformation is achievable for anyone who is willing to walk the path of self-exploration. It is a path that requires courage and dedication, but the rewards are immeasurable. By getting to know ourselves, accepting our weaknesses and cultivating our strengths, we approach the higher dimensions of being step by step. Script for Passage 6: Harnessing Inner Power, Techniques and Practices. To gain access to higher dimensions, it is essential to integrate practical techniques and exercises into our daily lives. Meditation, mindfulness, and affirmations are powerful tools that can help us to unleash our inner power and expand our perception. However, the key to their success lies in the consistency and discipline of their application. Meditation is one of the most effective methods of expanding our consciousness and experiencing deep inner peace. Through meditation, we learn to calm our mind and focus our thoughts, which allows us to reach a state of clear consciousness. This practice helps us to detach from the distractions and noise of everyday life and establish deeper contact with our inner self. Mindfulness is another essential practice that teaches us to live in the present moment. By consciously focusing our attention on the present moment, we learn to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice helps us to recognize our automatic reactions and patterns and gives us the freedom to make more conscious choices. If you know someone whose day could be brightened by this video, feel free to share it with them. Your generosity and commitment is what makes our community so special. Thank you for being a part of it and walking this path with us. I wish you only good things on your journey. Affirmations are positive, empowering statements that we repeat to ourselves to influence our thoughts and beliefs. By regularly feeding ourselves positive messages, we can change our mindset and positively influence our reality. Affirmations are particularly effective when spoken in a state of relaxation or meditation, as they are more easily absorbed by our subconscious mind. The importance of consistency and discipline in these practices cannot be overemphasized. It is the regular, daily application of these techniques that leads to profound changes. Like learning a musical instrument or a new language, developing our inner skills requires practice and patience. To help you get started, I suggest a simple daily routine that you can begin immediately. First, morning meditation for 10 minutes. Start your day with a short meditation. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Let any thoughts that arise pass by without judgment. Secondly, take moments of mindfulness throughout the day. Consciously take time during the day to be in the here and now. This can be as simple as consciously noticing your surroundings on the way to work or fully focusing on your meals. Third, evening affirmations for 5 minutes before you go to bed. Repeat positive affirmations that align with your goals and values. This could be something like, I am open to the infinite possibilities of the universe. By integrating these simple practices into your everyday life, you will begin to transform your inner world and open up access to higher dimensions. One of the biggest roadblocks to exploring higher dimensions is fear and doubt. These deep-rooted feelings can form a powerful barrier that prevents us from unlocking our full potential and exploring the wonders that lie beyond our usual perception. However, it is possible to overcome these mental barriers and find a path to expanded awareness. Fear, often a product of our imagination, keeps us trapped in a world dominated by worry and uncertainty. Doubt, on the other hand, undermines our self-confidence and our ability to embrace new perspectives. To overcome these challenges, we need strategies that engage both our minds and our hearts. One effective method for overcoming fear is to confront our own fears in a controlled and conscious setting. This can be done through mindfulness exercises where we learn to observe our fears without being overwhelmed by them. By recognizing our fears as temporary states, we reduce their power over us. To overcome doubts, it is helpful to reflect on our successes and strengths. We should regularly remind ourselves of what we have already achieved and what skills we possess. This strengthens our self-confidence and helps us to overcome doubts. An inspiring example of overcoming fear and doubt is the story of a woman who suffered from a fear of flying for years. Despite her deep desire to travel the world, she held back her fear. By working with a therapist, she learned to understand and gradually confront her fear. Eventually, she managed to overcome her fear and her dream of traveling became a reality. Another example is that of a man who constantly doubted himself and was afraid of failure. He decided to accept these doubts as a challenge and set himself small, achievable goals. With each goal he achieved, his self-confidence grew and he began to take on bigger challenges. Eventually, he overcame his self-doubt and achieved his long-awaited professional and personal goals. These stories show that it is possible to break the chains of fear and doubt and follow a path to a freer, more fulfilling life. Overcoming these mental barriers not only opens up new possibilities in our physical world, but also allows us to enter the higher dimensions of our consciousness. We have now embarked on an extraordinary journey, a journey through the depths of human experience and the unexplored territories of higher dimensions. From the wisdom of Emanuel Swedenborg, to the historical importance of the inner quest, to the power of intention, visualization, and overcoming fear and doubt, each step along the way has brought us closer to the ultimate goal, opening the door to the higher dimensions of our being. This journey is a journey of discovery that leads us to deeper self-understanding, greater clarity, and an expanded perception of the world around us. We have learned that the keys to these higher dimensions lie within ourselves, in our ability to meditate, in our mindfulness, in our affirmations, and in our courage to overcome our inner fears and doubts. Now we face the final step, opening the door. This step requires courage, determination, and, above all, faith in the infinite possibilities that lie beyond this threshold. It is a step that leads us into a world that is richer and more fulfilling than anything we have known before. I invite you now to take this decisive step. Open yourself to the countless wonders and insights that are waiting to be discovered. Allow yourself to go beyond the boundaries of the known and step into the infinite expanse of your true potential. Remember that this step is not the end, but the beginning of a lifelong journey. A journey that will be characterized by personal growth, profound transformation, and the constant expansion of your consciousness. Stand up, step forward, and open the door. Enter the world of higher dimensions where your dreams, hopes, and visions can become reality. This is your time, this is your moment. Dare to push the boundaries of what is possible and discover your true self. The path lies clearly before you. The decision to take this step is yours. Let yourself be guided by courage, curiosity, and the longing for deeper understanding. Open the door and step into a world full of magic, wonder, and infinite possibilities. The journey is waiting for you. Are you ready to embark on it? I am happy for you that you have been on this journey with us so far. If this video has touched your heart or brought you new insights, it would be wonderful if you could support our work by subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you really want to support us, then become a channel member. Then, for a small monthly donation, you can see new videos before anyone else. We are here to grow and learn together, and your support is the light that illuminates our path.